I'm 69 years old, and this Christmas, my son told me I ruined his life in front of my entire family. Michael demanded I give him his inheritance immediately because I was a terrible mother. But what he didn't know was that I had been secretly recording his visits for months. Some truths are worth waiting for. Before we continue, please subscribe to the channel and let us know where you're listening in the comments. I spent 3 days preparing for Christmas dinner. I made all of Michael's favorite foods: ham with pineapple, sweet potato casserole, the apple pie he loved as a child. My daughter Linda arrived early with her husband Kevin. We were laughing in the kitchen, setting the table with my good china. "Mom, this smells amazing, just like when we were kids." I felt so happy. My whole family would be together for Christmas. Michael showed up 2 hours late. I could smell alcohol on him the moment he walked in. "Sorry I'm late. Traffic was terrible." But there wasn't any traffic. It was Christmas Day. The roads were empty. We sat down for dinner. I said grace like I always do. Everyone held hands around the table. That's when Michael started acting strange. He wasn't eating, just staring at me with angry eyes. "Michael, honey, try the ham. I made it just how you like it." He slammed his fork down on his plate. "Stop pretending you care about me." The whole table went quiet. Linda looked shocked. Kevin stopped chewing his food. "Michael, what's wrong? It's Christmas. What's wrong? You want to know what's wrong?" He stood up so fast his chair fell backward. "You ruined my entire life, Mom. You were never there for me. You cared more about your stupid students than your own son." I felt like someone punched me in the stomach. "Michael, please sit down. We can talk about this later." "No! I'm done pretending everything is fine. You owe me $800,000. That's my inheritance and I want it now." Linda gasped. "Michael, what are you talking about? She promised me that money years ago. Now she's trying to keep it from me because she hates me." I had never promised him anything like that. He was making it up. "You destroyed my childhood. You were cold and mean, and you never loved me." Everyone at the table was staring. My neighbors could probably hear him yelling. Michael grabbed his coat. "I'm getting a lawyer. I'm contesting Dad's will. You don't deserve to control that money." He stormed out and slammed my front door so hard my Christmas ornaments fell off the mantel. My beautiful Christmas dinner was ruined. But something felt wrong about Michael's timing. This wasn't just anger. This was planned. I called Linda the next morning. I barely slept all night thinking about what Michael said. "Linda, honey, I'm so sorry about yesterday. I don't understand what got into your brother." "Mom, I've been thinking about it too. Michael's behavior was so strange." We talked for almost an hour. Linda was as confused as I was. "Mom, can I ask you something? Michael's been telling me things about when you two were kids." "What kind of things?" "He says you always favored me, that you treated him differently because he wasn't as smart as me in school." My heart started racing. "Linda, that's not true. I loved you both exactly the same." "I know, Mom, but he's been saying this stuff for years. He told Uncle Robert that you were mean to him growing up." Uncle Robert was my brother-in-law. If Michael was talking to him, he was spreading these lies to everyone. What else has he been saying? "He told me you promised him $1.2 million when Dad died. He says you're keeping it from him now because you're angry at him." $1.2 million? I never promised him any specific amount, and I certainly never had that much money to promise. "Linda, I gave that boy everything. Something else is going on here." "Mom, there's something else. Mrs. Peterson from next door called me yesterday." Mrs. Peterson had been my neighbor for 15 years. She watched my house when I traveled. She said she's seen Michael at your house several times when you weren't home. She thought it was weird but didn't want to bother you. Michael had been coming to my house without telling me? He had a spare key from when his father was sick. How many times did she see him? At least 4 times in the past 2 months. Something was very wrong. Michael wasn't just angry about money. He was planning something bigger. I decided to find out what Michael was doing in my house. I drove to the electronics store that afternoon. I need security cameras for my home, something small that records everything. The young man helped me pick out cameras that connect to my phone. I could watch everything from anywhere. I installed them myself, one in my living room, one in my bedroom, one in my home office where I keep important papers. I didn't have to wait long. 3 days later, my phone buzzed with an alert. Michael was in my house. I was at the grocery store. He thought I'd be gone for hours. I watched him on my phone screen. He went straight to my office. He started going through my filing cabinet. Michael was photographing my bank statements with his phone, my insurance papers, my investment account information. Then he opened my jewelry box. He took out my pearl earrings and put them in his pocket. "The old lady's been hiding money from us," he said to himself. "She owes me for all those years of neglect." My own son was robbing me, taking pictures of my private financial information like a common thief. I watched him find my investment statements. His eyes got wide when he saw the numbers. $2.3 million, much more than the $800,000 he demanded at Christmas. Michael pulled out his phone and made a call. "Yeah, it's me. She's got way more money than we thought." "We?" Who was he talking to? The Elder financial abuse case is going to be huge. She's definitely losing her mind. This will be easy money. Elder financial abuse? Michael was planning to have me declared mentally incompetent so he could take my money. He was working with someone else, probably a lawyer. They were going to steal everything I worked for my entire life. My hands were shaking as I watched my son destroy my family for money. I printed out pictures from the security cameras, clear photos of Michael stealing my earrings, screenshots of him photographing my bank statements. I drove to his apartment the next morning. I needed to look him in the eyes and confront him with the truth. Michael answered the door in his bathrobe. He looked surprised to see me. "Mom, what are you doing here?" I held up the photos. "Want to explain these to me?" His face went completely white. He tried to grab the pictures from my hands. "Where did you get these?" "I have cameras in my house now, Michael. I know exactly what you've been doing." He tried to deny everything at first. "Those aren't real. You're making this up. I have video of you saying the old lady is hiding money. I heard you talking about elder financial abuse." That's when Michael's whole attitude changed. The fake concern disappeared. His eyes turned cold and mean. "You're getting old, Mom. You're forgetting things. Everyone will believe you're losing your mind. I have everything on camera, Michael. Every lie. Every theft." He started yelling at me. "You think anyone will believe a confused old woman over her own son? Why are you doing this? I gave you everything when you were growing up. I need money. I owe $300,000. My business failed. I have gambling debts." So that was the truth. Michael wasn't angry about his childhood. He was desperate for money. "You're going to give me that inheritance, or I'll tell everyone you're mentally unstable. You'll tell them I can't control my own finances?" "Exactly. Linda will believe me. The whole family will believe me." Michael thought he could destroy my reputation to steal my money. But I was done being his victim. I left Michael's apartment and drove straight to my lawyer's office. William Morrison had handled my husband's will. He was someone I trusted. "Dorothy, what brings you here today?" I spread out all the security camera photos on his desk. "My son is trying to steal my money. He's planning to have me declared mentally incompetent." William looked at the photos carefully. "This is serious. We need to document everything properly." He called a private investigator named Rachel Collins. She came to his office that same afternoon. "Mrs. Henderson, I specialize in family financial abuse cases. Tell me everything that's happened." I told them about the Christmas dinner, the lies Michael was spreading, the security footage of him stealing from my house. Rachel took detailed notes. "We need to build a complete case before he makes his next move." Over the next week, Rachel investigated everything. She found more than I expected. "Your son has been busy, Mrs. Henderson. He's stolen $15,000 worth of items from your house over the past 6 months. $15,000? I knew about the earrings, but there was much more. He also forged your signature on a loan application for $25,000. Michael had tried to get a loan using my name and credit. That was illegal. We have enough evidence for criminal charges. How do you want to handle this?" I thought about it for a long time. "I want my family to see who Michael really island. They need to know the truth." "What do you have in mind?" "I'm hosting a New Year's dinner. Everyone will be there. I want to present all the evidence at once." William smiled. "That's brilliant. Your family needs to see this with their own eyes." I felt stronger than I had in months. Michael thought he could manipulate everyone. But the truth was about to come out. I spent 3 days planning the perfect New Year's dinner. I invited everyone, Linda and Kevin, Uncle Robert and Aunt Susan, my sister Mary, even my grandchildren. Michael showed up right on time. He was being extra nice to everyone, hugging people, complimenting my cooking. "Mom, this roast looks amazing, just like Dad used to love." He was putting on a show, trying to look like the perfect son. After dinner, I stood up and tapped my wine glass. "Everyone, I have something important to share with you." Michael looked nervous. "Mom, maybe we should just enjoy dinner." "No, Michael, it's time everyone knew the truth." I pulled out my laptop and connected it to my television. Over the past few months, I've been recording what happens in my house when I'm not here. The first video started playing. Michael searching through my filing cabinet, taking pictures of my bank statements. The whole room went silent. Uncle Robert's mouth fell open. "That's not what it looks like," Michael said quickly. The next video showed him stealing my pearl earrings, then my mother's silver bracelet. Linda started crying. "Michael, how could you do this? You don't understand what it was like being her son. She never loved me like she loved Linda." "Stop lying," I said firmly. "I have recordings of you planning to steal my money. You were going to have me declared mentally incompetent." I played the audio of Michael talking about elder financial abuse. His plan to take everything I owned. Kevin shook his head. "Michael, this is criminal behavior." "The private investigator found even more," I continued. "Michael has stolen $15,000 worth of items from my house. He forged my signature on a $25,000 loan." Uncle Robert looked disgusted. "Michael, I can't believe you lied to all of us about your mother. She ruined my life. Everything I told you was true." "What it was like was being loved unconditionally," I said calmly, "and you threw it away for money." Linda walked over and hugged me. "Mom, I'm so sorry we believed his lies." Michael looked around the room. Nobody was supporting him anymore. His lies were exposed. "You'll all regret this," he said as he grabbed his coat. Michael left alone. The family he tried to turn against me was now supporting me completely. I changed my will the next week. Michael won't inherit anything, but I'm at peace with that decision. Sometimes the people we love most are the ones who hurt us deepest, but the truth always wins in the end. Dorothy's incredible journey reminds me exactly why I love sharing these powerful stories of truth and family strength with all of you. If this story of a mother who refused to let lies destroy her family moved you, please show your support by hitting that like button. It really helps more people discover these amazing stories. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to listen to more stories about people who found the courage to expose the truth when everything seemed hopeless and who proved that justice does exist. Please share this video with someone who might be dealing with family manipulation or financial abuse. Maybe it's a parent being taken advantage of by their own children, or maybe it's just someone who loves a good story about the power of truth over lies. I want to hear from you in the comments. Have you ever had to choose between keeping peace in your family or exposing the truth about someone you love? Your stories and experiences help build this amazing community of survivors and fighters. Remember, sometimes the people we love most are the ones who hurt us deepest, but the truth always finds a way to shine through the darkness. And protecting yourself isn't selfish, it's necessary.